Okay, Paul, you're going to tell us what happens when a semi pulls up to unload
Sure.
on this skid.
Well, driver comes up. First thing he wants to do is ground his vehicle. He has to take this clamp, hooks it to his vehicle. That way there's no chance of any stray sparks or anything, any static electricity from the flow of oil through the lines
Yep.
to cause any kind of a disruption and fire hazards, that sort of thing. He hooks that up, comes over here. He will enter in his individual code for the company he works for, which identifies where the oil is coming from.
So that's the brains of the outfit
That's the
right
brains
there.
of the outfit right
All
there.
right.
He comes and hooks the actual hose from his truck into this unit here. Opens this up, gets the oil ready to start flowing, goes over and hits the switch. The switch starts that pump,
All right.
pumping oil from his truck into the system. The oil will go through this pipe. That's called an air eliminator. If there's
Okay.
any air in there, it will burp it out. It will allow it to pass through as a vapor and into the drain lines and out into a enclosed structure that they can empty at a later date. In this case, it's that drain box over there.
I see.
So when the oil goes through here, it enters through a strainer that picks up any large debris that might be present. It could be leaves, dirt, gravel, anything that might happen to be in his hose that got caught in there. Goes in, that way it saves the pump. Goes through the pump, comes up, goes through a check valve. The check valve allows oil to only flow in one direction. The oil then comes up, goes through this BS&W monitor, which is basic sediment and water.
Okay.
And it tells the company what amount of any kind of dirt, contaminants, foreign objects are in the oil, the amount of water in there. It calibrates it, and it gives a figure to the operator of what he has going through the system. It goes from there over to the Coriolis meter,
Okay.
which measures the viscosity of the oil. It goes from there, comes out after it passes through that, comes out and goes through a temperature monitor that will tell them what the temperature of the oil is. That's one way they compare the temperature to the viscosity, and they can tell the quality of the oil. It passes through there through a temperature or a pressure gauge on the left and a pressure monitor on the right that records it all digitally for future use. If there's any problem at that point, the operator can shut the valve off on the end that allows it to flow through.
Those are
and direct it into a prover.
Two big black handles there.
Yes, they are shut-off valves for the prover.
All right. Sounds good.
They will run the oil into another more sophisticated way of determining what might be a problem in an oil sample.
Now you call this one a 3-pot.
Yes, there's 3 individual pots that will service 3 customers.
Okay.
So it might be, it doesn't necessarily mean 3 trucks, but 3 companies. So if a company is hauling oil from oil well out in a certain field, he'll dump into this. Another guy might haul oil from a field that's a couple miles away, and he'll dump into another one.
Huh.
And it's the same all the way down the line. Each pot represents a different company.
Right.
They're hauling oil for.
And this is all being measured in real time by computer, and it's
Yes.
sending the information to
There's
the
a
people
man
that.
that sits in a room with a computer, and the computers are programmed to pick out anomalies in the information. If they should have any kind of blips that they don't like, they can signal that operator. He needs to check on something. He can come, open the lines he could shut off the valve, stop the truck from pumping oil, run a sample through the prover, determine what the problem is. If it was just a gauge malfunction, a sensor malfunction, something like that, if everything's all right, he can continue the operation. But it gives them control over what they flow into their own pipeline.
Well, that's great. This is an incredible machine. You call this a skid LACT unit?
LACT, L-A-C-T. Yes.
LACT, liquid transfer.
Station, yes.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.